describes the action of the scorpion. He portrays the creature as being purposefully diabolical, a thought that will directly relate to the beliefs and the actions of those that attend the speaker's mother. The scorpion moves quickly before anyone can do anything. He parts with poison and runs back outside to risk the weather again. The scorpion risked his life and back to the dangerous weather after biting the speaker's mother. Throughout this piece, Ezekiel makes a number of language choices that continue to reference the movements and parts of different insects. These descriptors are very prevalent in the third stanza. He describes the actions of the pigeons as being like swarms of flies. They buzzed God's name in hope to paralyze the evil one. The evil one here is the scorpion. They are praying to God that God might paralyze the evil one, which is scorpion. The image that Ezekiel creates here is clear. The reader can easily visualize a swarm of people coming down on the speaker's mother, all with good intentions, but perhaps so numerous that no one can do anything that would help. They came in numbers, but not necessarily. What is the necessity of how many people are gathering there? They are all devoted to the same purpose, praying in the hope of saving the mother. They believe that she has been inflicted by the evil one or the devil and pray in an effort to drive him out. The pigeons came like swarms of flies and buzzed the name of a god 100 times. The fourth stanza contains 7 lines and describes the hunt that the pigeons embark on in an effort to find the scorpion. They search with both candles and lanterns which throw shadows on the walls in the shape of a scorpion. This image of the scorpion is still being in the room. Only in the form of the shadow, helps set a scene for the next lines as the pigeons struggle to help the mother of the speaker. The shadow is representative of their primitive fears that something evil is lurking just where they cannot see it. This fourth stanza continues, and search for the scorpion has failed. They do not know, as the reader does, that the scorpion fled the house at the beginning of the poem. This puts the reason in a position above those in the poem. He has a greater knowledge of the situation than those experiencing it. A technique that on stage or within drama is known as dramatic irony. The scenery here is compared to dramatic irony. It's called dramatic irony. A drama is created around the house of the speaker. With every moment that the scorpion made his poison moved in mother's blood. This gives the reader the sense that they believe if they are able to capture and kill the scorpion, the mother will be cured. Here it is their tradition, their belief that if the scorpion is captured and they kill the scorpion, his mother will be cured. A simple primitive belief that the reader would very well know to be unfounded. Once again, elevating the reader's position above that of the peasants. The fifth stanza also, with 7 lines, hold the poem's momentum steady. The peasants wish the scorpion to be stilled, but offer a bit of consolation for the mother. They, deep in their superstition, say to the mother that the poison will burn away the sins of her previous birth. The poison will burn away the sins of her